Gettel Stadium Toyota presents the 2024 Toyota Rav4 Limited Hybrid in Sky Silver Metallic. What's new this year and the different trim options that you can option when you go hybrid. That's what we're going to be touching base on today. Starting off with the wheel design. The Hybrid LE will get a 17-inch steel wheel. The XLE Premium Hybrid will change it to an 18-inch wheel, whereas the Limited gets a 19-inch wheel. Even if you go into the Hybrid SE, it's still going to be an 18-inch wheel. LED headlights and daytime runnings is going to be standard. The Limited trim changes that to an LED projected low and high beam. The grille will start off with a black hexagonal pattern bar front grille for the Hybrid LE. And the Limited gets the dark gray metallic colored and that hexagonal pattern with the bar front grille. Hybrids will all have the blue emblem for the Toyota badging, and the lower is going to get the satin aluminum front and rear parking sensors with an optional digital rear view camera when you get into the Limited trim. Housed underneath the hood is a hybrid engine, 2.5 liter dynamic force 4-cylinder, producing a combined of 219 horsepower paired to an eCVT transmission. But when you're going hybrid, you're looking for the 41 mpgs for the city and 38 mpgs for the highway, which is the best in class. And the suspension can also be altered depending on the trim. When you go XSE hybrid, you're going to receive the Sport Tune suspension, otherwise a standard McPherson strut front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension, towing up to 1,750 pounds with a payload at 1,115 pounds. If you go to the XLE hybrid, you're gonna gain 30 pounds more for a payload. Gloss black elements for the roof rails and a touch of the chrome on the top window trim and on the door handles with the all-wheel drive badging that bulges out with the side skirt. And this is going to look a lot more athletic than any hybrid in its class. Standard LED taillights, the lower gets dual exhaust, and it doesn't matter the trim. That's why I like the RAV4, because it still sports that style, but you're still gaining those MPGs. Power liftgate, which is optional on the Hybrid XLE, going into 39.4 cubic feet of storage. We have the upgraded JBL sound system, a storage nook, and a 12 volt. Underneath the floor, unlike the Honda, you'll receive a spare tire. Split fold the rear bench. If you're tall like me, you can do it in the back. Otherwise, you'll have to go to the back door in order to do so. That's going to increase cargo to 59 cubic feet of storage. 10-way power seat adjustment with the soft tech seats, heated ventilated seats. When you go LE hybrid, it is a cloth seat with manual adjustments. The XLE will be cloth seats, but you'll get power seat for the driver. The Hybrid XLE Premium will get the soft tech seats with 8-way power seat adjustment for the driver and 4-way manual adjustment for the passenger. Headroom and leg room. The Hybrid is just going to get you a lot more MPGs. The Limited trim gets you a little bit more luxuries, which we're going to start off with storage in the dashboard. You get the satin aluminum that's going to brush in between the two-tier setup. It's more of a flat dashboard layout. JBL sound system and a 10.5 infotainment screen with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio. Put it into reverse, and we get a reverse camera with trajectory. You can option a digital rear view mirror. This is an auto dimming mirror with a moonroof, dual climate control settings, optional wireless charging pad, a total of 5 USB ports. When you go into the Hybrid XLE, you'll get the same thing, but if you go to the LE, you only get 3. 12 volt, you'll have the leather around the shifter, and we have some driving modes right here, which you can go through Sport, which will change the digital reader, or Eco. Push it in for normal, and we have the EV mode already switched on, and the key fob for the RAV4 Hybrid Limited. It's going to be a little bit more sporty. Opens up with some more USB. It's a deep storage pocket. It's always fun putting them back in. The steering wheel is a 3-spoke multi-function with adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and the gauge cluster, you already know that it is a digital reader. It can go through an array of information for the driver, and you can change different settings. You get a storage pocket on the driver's side, and the door panels configure into the dashboard. It's going to be soft touch where it needs to be, one touch up and down for all the windows, and a medium-sized storage pocket with a beverage holder carved out. For the back seat's headroom, and these adjust. It's not a lot, but that's the headroom with it folded back. It's a little bit more comfortable. We get armrests with cup holders, leg space, no storage behind the driver's seat, but you get it behind the passenger. There's the 2 USB ports that you will be missing on the LE with the air vents, and the door panel has the same materials that's found in the front, except the storage is going to be just for one beverage. Sliding into the center, you have some feet space here, but you can see this here kind of holds your foot, so it makes it a little bit tight. The rails are pushed up. You will be sharing some butt and shoulder space and a little bit of leg space, but overall, even headroom, it's optimal for somebody over 6 foot tall. 219 horsepower combined, but the sweet spot really lies on that 41 mpgs for the city, 38 mpgs for the highway. Plus, when you're thinking hybrid, it's a little bit more quiet of a vehicle because the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, you're not going to hear it as much because the engine's going to cut on and off because of the hybrid technology. You sit up good with the clearance. The seat cushions are comfy. You have plenty of interior space and cubbies found throughout. And I like how they optimize storage capacity for the dashboard, because when you go into Honda, you have to go to a Pilot in order to get similar storage capacity. The limited trim is going to be the sweet spot with options and features combined, because when you start going down the tier, it will change. But if you change it to the XSE Hybrid, that's going to have a more sporty drive because of the suspension layout. It's also going to look a little bit more sporty on the exterior, whereas this one is going to give you a little bit more of that luxury look with some chrome elements that's going to be on the side profile. And because this is the limited trim, optioning things like the digital rear view mirror or a pano moonroof, wireless charging pad, it just makes it a little bit more luxurious, and yet it's still a smooth ride with 19-inch wheels. The sound deadening is good. It doesn't feel too wide on the exterior, so it doesn't feel like a large SUV, which some people are a little bit skeptical because the new CR-V that was refreshed recently gained a few inches. But when you go to Toyota, you're not having to worry about that, and you're getting a sufficient amount of clearance. The windows on the side are large, so you're not worried about blind spot. And you have Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 pre-collision with pedestrian detection and dynamic radar cruise control. Turn radius is about 2 and a part lane. Let's hear that engine. Otherwise, it's going to be a smooth and quiet drive. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to stop by Gettel Stadium Toyota to check out their new and pre-owned selection.